and good day to you, panelists. My name is John Benedict P. Laroco, and today we're going to be discussing a suicide prevention advocacy campaign entitled A Helping Hand. So first, let's discuss about suicide. Suicide is the death due to injuring oneself and affects all people from race to identity and ages. The symptoms are feeling guilt and shame and the thought of burden, which can culminate to the idea of death. The causes are depression, family violence, bullying, mental conditions and disorders, and history of suicide attempts. In the Philippines, Statista shows that between 2019 and 2020, 2,800 to 4,500 cases have been reported. So let's discuss about the prevention and treatment tactics. Number one is to calm discussions and strong reflections. And when that happens, we must take and listen to advice seriously by heart and learn that life matters. We must also call for help and follow up in its conclusion. We must also gain support from family, pets, and friends, and to have a positive outlook in life and the future. One must also go to psychotherapy and take medicines, however it is considered risky. And during that, we must remove all weapons and pills. Now, let's discuss about the posters, logo, and homepage of the advocacy campaign. Let's start with number one. This is the first poster to discuss, which it says, "Say no to the news, say yes to hope." It shows that since the news is the most common way to commit suicide, someone cutting through it, meaning that, hey, let's discuss more about your thoughts and feelings, and let's untangle the ropes for a while. Number two, this is the poster stating that amidst all suffering, she stays strong, she stands tall, and most of all, she is supportive. Be like her. The idea of it is that not only you must be supportive towards families and friends and to stay strong and stand tall for them, but also you must do it to yourself, because self is always the first idea to mind before interacting with others. The third poster over here discusses one hand to another. Let's end suicide together. This is a effective way to say, let's help each other out. Let's discuss about what you have been going through. Next is the mental aspect of it, which is seal the cracks, don't make it shatter. This is a good poster to explain about the breaking point, because the tape here represents the seal and the cracks represent how one is struggling to compose themselves before when the glass entirely shatters, well, that's the end of them. They're going to commit suicide. So it is also a call for help. And lastly, no man is an island. No man is an island is a famous quote, meaning that we are not alone. We do not only support ourselves, but we must also call for others. In relation to this poster, it is true that no man is truly alone, but we must also cooperate with one another. We must not only support ourselves, but we must also call the support of others. Now let's discuss about the website, homepage, and the logo. So this is the banner, and this is the part where the author is being discussed. Here, five of the parts here are being used for the web page. Which parts are the poster? About Us discusses the team. Prevention tactics is discussed as before. Prevention tactics. What is suicide discusses about suicide, and contacts is the way we call for others. Our logo here, or I should say my logo, is the helping hand person, or I should name him Helping Hand Henry. So Helping Hand Henry is a individual I thought of, and what he's holding here is a floating word which is helping. And what's the context of all of this is that lending a hand to someone is the greatest way to prevent suicide. So I hope you listened well, and thank you for listening. If you want to call someone, if you are a suicidal person or you seek someone doing or contemplating suicide, then you can call these numbers.